everyone has a little bit of Ziz in them. Every fucking cunt out there, you're a fucking sick cunt if you want to be, bro. Stop being a fucking sad cunt, alright? Go out, get bitches, be a fucking sick cunt like Ziz, bro. That's what we fucking do, cunt. That's what we do in this shit, bro. You wanna be a fucking little sad cunt? Fuck that shit, bro. Every little fucking hater's gonna hate, bro. You'll never be like Ziz, bro. Cause I'm a fucking sick cunt, mate. I'm a fucking sick cunt, mate.
As the clock hits midnight.
The fat woodchopper guy finally stopped eating Doritos and got himself zizzed up, and he shall henceforth be called the Spirit-Born. And in this video, we'll cover what is objectively the best build in the game. Ace's and Sanctum's quill volley build, which not only sits at the top of the pit leaderboards by a massive margin, but is also just an all-around amazing endgame build. So let's talk about how it works, shall we? For starters, it's obviously a quill volley build, but not just any quill volley build, but one that dishes out orange damage only, or rather, constant critting overpowers. So how does that work? Well shit, by slapping on the Banished Lord's talisman real good, we can overpower each core skill as long as we have over 275 maximum resource. And fortunate for us, it's not too difficult to do. And even more fortunate, if your gear is dog shit, then you can just swap to a similar version while you get those last couple of gear pieces. Awesome, huh? Damn right. Ace and Sanctum over at Mobalytics has all the requirements written in the planner, which you'll find in the description. Now, stacking maximum resource has another benefit though, and that is the Rod of Kepaleki. Each vigor you get, you gain 3% additional crit damage, assuming a decent enough roll that is that balanced? Hell no, but we'll take it. This basically means that if you have 300 vigor, you're getting a 10x multiplier from this item alone. Pretty damn solid, I must say. The only downside of this weapon is that it eats all your resources each time you use it. But perhaps there is a way to solve that as well. Damn right there is. By combining it with the Midnight Sun and enough resource generation, you can actually instantly regenerate all of your vigor once you press your quill volley button. Wait, what the fuck was that? Oh, never mind me, I don't know about you, but I just casually busted all over my monitor watching these insane numbers. What were we talking about? Right? This means that every skill will crit, overpower, and deal a fuckton of damage. Alright. And what about the other skills on our bars? What the hell do they do? Other than being there for decoration, they do indeed serve a purpose. So let's go through how they benefit us. Starting from left to right, we have Soar. What does this do? It turns you into a fucking bird so you can drop wet farts onto your enemies. The Hunter, what does that do? A lot, actually. It benefits us in a buttload of ways. I'll show you all of them in the skill tree. Ravager then, big hecking vigor generation, and it's also the skill that allows us to dash all over the place. Scourge, big hecking dam, and also massive lifesteal. An armored hide? Well, that's due to Harambe. He died too early due to a little shit kid, and we must honor him. It also benefits us via damage reduction and a whole lot of damage via redirected force, making it a damn solid skill. Alright friends, that's a bit of the basics. Let's check out the gear and aspects, shall we? Starting us right off, we want the harmony of Ebiwaka. Why, you may ask? Because it's fucking broken, I respond. 90% damage bonus? Yeah, makes sense. It also turns your quill volley into your secondary spirit hall, and your first spirit hall does the same. So you'll have 3 different spirits if you choose Harambe and the Cougar. Also try to masterwork the damage reduction here, as it's pretty damn useful not to be dead. For them big old titties, slap on the Tyrael's might if you have it. If you're a dogshit newbie, then you can grab the duelist aspect instead and imprint that bad boy right here. If you have the Tyrael's might though, Then you'll focus on masterworking the damage reduction along with using it to cap the resistances. For gloves, slap on the aspect of Moonrise as you'll turn your quill volley into a basic skill, and this aspect is not only granting you 20% attack speed, but also doubles your damage. Pretty solid. Other than that quill volley ranks is the name of the game. We then come to the pantaloonies. If you're going for the overpower version, then you need Tibol's Will here for the maximum resource. For sneakers, we have Aspect of Turbulence, as it's a massive quality of life upgrade to gather enemies with Vortex, honestly. And then we come to the interesting stuff, the Humongous Rod. And I'm not talking about my dick because that one is average at best. Rather, I'm talking about Kepalika. This weapon is just pure broken and expected to get nerfed into oblivion next season. But right now, we're abusing it to the fullest. Here you'll focus on masterworking the maximum resource so you can get to the 275 vigor. Other than the Rod and Tibolt's Will, you're also getting vigor from the Perragons, and you can use an elixir as well. And if you don't get yourself over the breakpoint, then well, you're fine. But you won't use Banished Lord's Talisman until then. That's the main difference. I'd also like to mention that if you don't have Tyraels, then you can easily cap your resistances via Yen's Blessing. Easy peasy. When it comes to the jewelry, you're slapping on the Banished Lords, of course, along with Redirected Force, which is yet another broken aspect, granting crit damage per block chance, which we get a buttload of in the skill tree. And of course, the Midnight Sun, which we utilize to get all of our vigor back each cast. Well, damn son, gear and aspects done. What the hell is going on in the rune department then? Not much other than a lot of defensives. We're rocking Bulwark combined with spending resources, along with max life and evoke the Bulwark, and that's about it. That's weird. This can't be right, let me double check. Yeah, alright, it's correct. It's indeed skill tree a fucking clock, and you know it, baby. The basic skills are getting a massive wet fart to the face, while we pick up all the quill volley ranks we can get along with some damage passives. Next, it's time for Vortex along with its knockdown, as we'll get some damage bonuses during knockdowns later. We then trigger the Vortex in itself via Soar and the Turbulence aspect. After grabbing these boring-ass passives, we have Ravager, of course, which is our dash, and partially solves the Vigor generation, which we need to get above 100% to instantly gain full Vigor back with the Midnight Sun Ring. In the defensive skills, we find Armored Hide, which grants block chance along with Massive Resolve, which in turn equals damage reduction. Here, we also have Counterattack, which we invest skill points in as we're getting the passive effect from the Midnight Sun Ring. We also have Scourge here, which is basically 50% big hecking dam along with Life Steal. Next we have Resilient for max life, and Dominant, which is the passive we need a knockdown for mainly. Some damage from Brilliance, Potent and Furnace is also lovely. After that it's time for the ultimates where we want Resolution for big dam, Spiritual Attunement for even more big dam, and Supremacy for the biggest dam imaginable. The Hunter is yet another godly skill, allowing us to use all of these passives along with granting us massive damage against injured enemies. And finally, the key passive. Here, we rock Prodigy's tempo for the cooldown resets and skill ranks. The cooldown reduction this passive brings is just massive, and you'll see the boys just blasting out cooldowns non-stop in the gameplay. Pretty epic. Well shit, skill tree done. What do you say we check out the Perragons? No, you don't want to do that? All right. So what do you want to do? Drop a fucking sub? All right, do that, and we'll check out the Perragons. Here, it's all about that big fucking damage and making sure we get as much vigor as possible. And of course, some defensives for the soy boys afraid of getting themselves killed. We start with Colossal, which generates some humongous damage via our resolve stacks. It's then time for Viscous Shield, generating damage the more shields we have, and socket fulminate for highest scaling possible. After that, we want to go to pick up Revealing for the 30% damage bonus, along with Socketing Talon for some humongous damage bonuses. We then go to Sapping for the damage and Socket Menagerist to boost the nearby maximum resource nodes. Can recommend leveling this glyph up first and focusing on it due to the massive value it brings along with helping us out with that 275 breakpoint. And for final board, we have Convergence, which is another high damage node, and Socket Spirit for the big crit damage scaling. Well, damn, my friends, that's the Perragons. Nicely done. Let's check out how to get hecking good, shall we? Damn right. In case you're a demented boomer that is cooked in the head, that's all right, because Ace and Sanctum wrote the rotation down for you in the planner. But just to iterate, this is how you play. Ravager and Armored Hide is used on cooldown. Ravager for the dashes and vigor is insanely important, as the build is insanely mid without it. The same goes for Armored Hide. The damage bonus it brings is insane, so you want to keep these two up at all times. Whenever you want to engage and stack enemies together, you cast Saw. Just be aware, and don't forget to drop that wet fart as you do it. You then cast Scourge for both damage and healing, and dish out as many quill volleys as possible. It's just that easy, folks. And that, my friends, is all for this one. Drop some subs, and I'll see you in the next one.
Thanks for watching the video, my fellow divorced boomer gamers. Subscribe to Perragaming right now, or I will drop kick your ball sack into the pavement. Yeah, fuck 'em. Watch this video as well, and like and share it right freaking now. Oh yeah, my titties are big and leaking, so I'm milked up, or UTF, hee. Fuck Bobby Kotick, you already know it, yeah. Hey, yeah, fuck 'em. Watch this video as well, and like and share it right